Hello Total Wargamers and welcome back to another episode in our Dol Amroth campaign. We're playing 3rd Age Total War Divide and Conquer, and we've recently exacted our revenge on Umbar here at the island of Gobel Tol Falas. And we are now also at war with Khan, who is probably going to smash us here at Lin here. And yes, that does mean trouble for us. We're training an extra army here. I was hoping for them to go and capture Edhellond, but no. They went after us, which is totally illogical. But things happen. And I think we were pretty much done, set and done for the turn.
My lord. Yes, my lord.
Our diplomats had spent their movement points already, so there's nothing left for us to do except for going to the end turn. Imrahil is here,
Awaiting your command.
and he could run over here, kill this army, and then he won't have movement points to run back, I think. Or at least I'm not going to risk it, because already this diplomat here, in spite of his only 2 points of influence, he has managed to bribe like a strong part of our army here at Amon Eitel in a couple of turns ago. Which I'm sure you will remember if you've watched any of my previous videos. And Adrahil, angry as he is right now, he's not gonna stop just here. So Harad is gonna be trumped. Come siege me, no problem, I'll kill ya.
Show yourselves!
Oh my god. Okay. We received 2 units of defenders, and the invasions, they have hurt me in previous campaigns. It's just that they had an invasion, how many, maybe 7 turns ago? So I'm pretty surprised that they're doing it again. Now let's see, there is a Marauder cavalry unit, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of archers, Variag warriors with triple XP, and a 4th archer unit. So let's go in and see if we can beat them. If we can't beat them, then at least we'll try to diminish them as much as possible. And Imrahil is probably the appointee, the appointed general to move back at them. And I certainly wasn't expecting another invasion so soon. So yes, this campaign so far hasn't exactly been a walk in the park. There's only 77 of you, it's not like you're there. They are. Alright, now our defenders, I like them in shield wall, but they will push out if and when they are, so we can't have them in shield wall right now. These guys can throw their javelins over the wall and hurt the enemy on the approach. The cavalry is gonna sally out. Not yet though, I want them engaged here, but once they are, we're gonna try and kill off most of their archers. If only these guys could deploy stakes at the start of the battle. And I think I remember a certain mod that did have that. I'm not sure.
Make every shot count. Make every shot count.
Now I hope they are in the right position for arcing shots here. Okay, these defenders. It appears that it's a problem for them to properly position themselves. Interesting. Now they haven't opened fire with their archers yet, which is interesting.
The enemy are battering down our gates.
Why aren't they firing? These step archers. They are losing numbers, which is fine, but they're not really my preferred target. I prefer to kill something more... oh, now they're opening fire.
Blast their eyes. The enemy's
So
ravaged
now
our
they are
gates.
through the gate. And I hope they'll rush in.
Fight for your honor. Fear nothing and fight well.
Please rush in everyone that is not an archer. Now you can fire.
Make every shot count.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
So now would be a good time to run out with our cavalry.
Make haste. Make haste.
I hope they're still throwing javelins, but no, they're not. So let's position them here.
Fear nothing and fight well.
They are no longer being fired upon by their archers, so they no longer need to be in.
Every shot count. Make every shot count.
Let's see. I'd like for my fire on the marauders. Okay, and we're going to position ourselves in the extreme rear. This ram puts us out of position.
Men of Dol Amroth.
Let's move in and hope the warriors don't clip us. Did they just charge without their lances out? Oh my god, we've charged into the marauders. They didn't draw out their lances. And now the marauders have charged back at us. But they're now in pursuit. And they're just gonna sit here and wait for the rest of the cavalry to join as the Variag warriors come join the melee. So I hope they will waver and... Oh man, there's 2 units of them. But we need to disengage before the Variag warriors come join. Okay. Disengage. Right.
Your honor. Fear nothing and fight well. Fight for your honor.
Come on and run.
Soldiers, this way.
So we have some of their light cavalry in pursuit. They're now breaking off, it appears. No, they're reforming. They are charging. Okay, they're going to catch up with us. So counter charge. And hopefully...
badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Soldiers at the ready.
I think we're going to turn on.
Fear nothing and fight well.
These guys have routed. Now the Variag warriors, I don't intend to spend any of my cavalry on because they're just too strong. So I want the defenders to deal with them. Here's a stationary target. It'll do just fine. And now they're gonna run into all these broken fleeing units, and they're gonna kill the charge basically. We have the towers again, so again we're firing on the enemy. Now no charges, but they do get a penalty for being engaged in the rear, so gonna keep applying that penalty for as long as we can until we have to disengage, which is now. More marauders breaking away from the fight. They're all broken now. So I'm going to pursue with my defenders while the cavalry take care of the rest. The steppe tribesmen are now returning to the fight. They're a moving target. It's far from ideal. And disengage. Okay. These squires don't do a very good job in terms of disengaging. They're impetuous, which is not very useful. Now, these tribesmen, they do need to be engaged fast, and the tribesmen are also pretty fast, which is a pain really. It does appear though that we are winning the battle. And let's try one more charge in the rear of these Variag warriors. Boom. They're now wavering. They're now broken. So these guys are the first to mop up. Those bloody guys. They are regaining. They're finding back their morale quite fast. Now they're charging. Medium infantry.
Only half our force remains.
Well, there's one advantage to this, and that is we're killing more of them as they withdraw. Yeah, no.
Behold how our cowardly foe
Oh yes, I will continue the battle.
press the attack.
Make every shot count.
Fear nothing and fight well.
I do want to get rid of as many of them as possible. So at least we've beaten back Kant and we still have Lin here.
Prepare for battle.
But we've lost Edhellond to another Umbar invasion. And Kant has been ignoring Gondor, which is of course a pain. And Umbar is also able... I mean, those scripted invasions, they might as well have landed in Gondorian territories. I mean, it's not and not not a necessity to target Dol Amroth with all those invasions, but so far we've been the target. So I don't know. I guess we're just unlucky. And what I don't like is that I don't have a general up north at our capital. So what might happen is that Gondor does choose to attack Umbar. I'll check if they are at war with Umbar even, because if not, then we're gonna have to deal with it ourselves. What is in here? 3 units, and here 4. So once these are taken care of, I'm gonna call it quits, I think, because these guys, they aren't really worth our attention. 11 archers are worth our efforts though. So those were the last orders. Those 3 are not gonna come back on the map, and these are done for. There you go. Exit battle.
The enemy are utterly vanquished.
So we've lost
This is a
half
great victory, worthy
our
of
army
holding
is spent. Now, I've had a couple of crashes with the game at several occasions just recently. It's been screwing up my Linden campaign, which I'm trying to save. Ha! What do we have here?
I will not waste words on you.
Something small. So what shall we do? Look at this. And again,
That's right, fool.
free
It's an enemy.
Corsair ships for them. A free settlement basically. It's awful. It's totally, completely, irrespectively awful. However, if once we sally, we should be able to retrain our militia.
Protect the blood of Numenor. Slay them.
So what are we up against? Pikes. Crap.
Don't let them any further.
So we are in quite the bit of trouble. And as long as we
Turned against us.
have money,
Must act and halt this turn of events.
as long as we have money, we can do stuff.
Dol Amroth and Gondor.
We await the charge.
Those spikes have no interest in joining the fight, which is interesting.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Forward! Dol Amroth and Gondor! Move! Quickly! With great speed!
So we are going to attack them with our infantry, move Edhellond in behind, charge them. They're slightly out of position. Their lances are being drawn. And now they are dropping like flies. Now, of course, I know leaving them in melee
We will smash them.
isn't the brightest idea. So now is a good idea to pull them out. But as long as their unit is disorganized, we can do a little number on them in melee. Now they're marching wherever they're marching to. Their ranks have become rather thin. Okay, but now they're hurting us, so I'm gonna pull through the pikes, engage them with the militia from the behinds, circle around, and see if we can hit them from the flank. They have their pikes towards my my infantrymen now, and the rear and the side. That was a nice charge, so I'm just gonna pull out right away again. And still they're only just wavering. Well, the positive side of this is we've just constructed the watchtower, the watch thingy building that allows us to retrain our militia.
Our foe is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Let's see how well he has done. So Imrahil has inflicted 288 casualties, 2 have been healed, no experience gained, but he's already triple gold, so no surprise there. However, he's gonna stay there and wait for the other army to come over. So now we have 2 recruitment slots. And money for 2 units. Harondo mercenaries. They're effective against armor, however what we're up against now isn't so very armored. Both these units are trained in a single turn, so we're gonna train them. And then it'll be
I will not waste words on you. I will not waste words on you.
time to retrain a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is let's see, is there anything in between us and them? No. So
Captain of Gondor.
he's gonna go start the siege, and Prince Edhellond is gonna come and join the army. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna hold on to this and this. Right now I no longer have the money, but Barad Harn comes first. I don't think Kant will have the forces needed to do another attack. at least not so soon. Now, there's a little force here that we're gonna keep in there. However,
Yes, sir. Full sail.
by thrust. One more turn and that unit completes. So these Nimrodel ranges
Set sail.
are gonna be here. I don't know where this army is going, but we're going to take that back as well. So I'm gonna stick to my original plan, which is to own this strip of land here. As long as Gunnar can hold on to this castle, it's alright. But we will take this and that. Maybe that. I think I will, as they have declared war on us, I'm also gonna take that away from them. Stop here. Focus on Umbar and stop the invasions. But first things first, we have Edhellond to retake. And another thing is I'm gonna have troops in every settlement, because I'm pretty sure we would have had a defense and a garrison if we would have had any troops in here, but it was just totally undefended. And well, I don't know if the AI takes that into account, when picking targets for invasions. Maybe. So we'll try to be better prepared for occasions such as this in the future. We have 1,000 gold on the start of the next turn. However, these two units are going to eat up maintenance. We will need to have more settlements soon and fast. Archers, pikemen and Black Snake Guard. So
Protect the blood of Numenor. Slay them.
let's build a couple more rams. I don't intend to fight the siege battle. However, I may fight the siege battle. Over here,
Approaching quietly.
okay, they're probably going to try and team up. And break the siege, but they're welcome to try. Because Adrahil is now
Your orders.
at it with
Yes.
a vengeance. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go here.
Without question.
Meet
Stop in
Casadum.
here. My lord. Yes.
Yay! I'm moving for
Without
our
question. Stop in here.
buddies at
I shall
Lynn here.
continue
No,
to
not
honor.
Lynn here. At Linden. So if you're watching this and you know how to properly defend against these kind of incursions, or how to fool the scripts, if there's any way to, please do let me know. Or if you are in the deck Discord, I'm also in there. I have my own Discord server as well. You're welcome to join there. And please do advise me. Because out of the 3 campaigns that we have going right now, Rohan, Linden and Dol Amroth, this one really proves to be the most challenging. We're surviving. I think we're still going to win this, but the progress is just slow. More so than any of the other games I've played. And in the past, when I did a Dol Amroth campaign in 0.5, what I did is Adrehil still had his cavalry bodyguard, so that did Imrahil. I would just siege a town with just one general, take it on the sally, put in 1 garrison unit, move on, and then blitz them throughout the area, and that would help to actually keep them on the defense, because right now I'm taking it one step at a time. They have time to approach us, and that causes a lot of trouble. But when they're constantly responding to invading armies, losing settlements. It'll push them on the defense, and you can basically leave much of what you have undefended in this area, that is, because the scripted invasions were all over here. But a single half army can break sieges. But yeah, then you don't need to have you need to have garrisons inside. Anyway, this concludes our episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do leave a like if you did, and if you want to be notified on my next release, do hit the subscribe button. And well, I hope to see you next time.